Welcome to this Codeless ONE tutorial. Today, we'll guide you through configuring approval workflows. We are using Lead Management application to demonstrate how does approval workflow works. Our goal is to streamline the approval process for quotes with significant discounts. A sales representative creates a quote. If the discount on this quote exceeds 10%, it triggers our approval workflow. The quote first goes to the sales manager. They review the quote details, focusing on the applied discount. If the sales manager approves the quote, it then progresses to the sales director. This stage is what we call a subflow, a secondary yet crucial part of our overall approval workflow. The sales director makes the final call. If they approve, the quote is officially accepted. If not, it's rejected. Now let's dive in and create the approval workflow. Start by clicking the settings icon and selecting application settings. Proceed to the approval workflow section by clicking the designated button. Hit Create Approval Workflow. A form will pop up. Here, enter the name of your workflow. We'll name our first workflow Sales Manager Approval, reflecting its purpose. Optionally, provide a description to clarify the workflow's function. Now, define the workflow parameters. For the When field, select the quote object, choose Created for the Is field, and specify Sales Representative in the By field to define the triggering conditions. Now let's add a condition. We are going to specify that when the discount is greater than 10%, then send the quote to the sales manager for processing. In the Action section, set that the State field will change to Accepted if the workflow is approved, and to Rejected if the workflow is not approved. After verifying all details, click on the Save Workflow button. Next, let's create another workflow for the Sales Director's approval. Enter the name of your workflow as Sales Director's Approval. Since this is a subflow, remember to check the Use as a subflow option. Select Quote Object for the source field. Insert the condition. When the discount exceeds 10%, route the quote to the Sales Director for review. In the Action section, specify that, if approved, the State field should change to Accepted. If rejected, the State field changes to Rejected. Confirm your settings and click Save Workflow. Now, return to the workflow created for the Sales Manager. Here, in the Action section, click on the Next Flow field for the approved action. Select Sales Director's Approval and click on Save Workflow. This configuration means that once the Sales Manager approves the quote, it will be sent to the Sales Director for final approval. Now let's demonstrate the workflow. Sales employee Sarah generates 2 quotes for wellness and care, each with discounts over 10%, triggering the workflow. Sales Manager Mark reviews these quotes. He approves quote Q1113 and rejects Q1114. The sanctioned quote Q1113 moves to Sales Director Lily for the final nod. Post her approval, the status of Q1113 updates to Approved. This walkthrough elucidates the approval workflow's mechanism and progression in Codeless ONE. Thank you for engaging with this video tutorial. For additional resources, please visit our Help Center, which is stocked with articles and more video tutorials.